Hello, hello. Fun fact, I pressed stop when I went to dry my sky and my green. So now we are just going to start right in the middle of where I was because that's where I am. So I'm doing, the sky is done, grass is done. I have 3 shades of gray here. I'm starting with the middle gray. So I'm going to start off with one bigger rock surround with smaller rocks. And then my verse here, which is why I'm leaving so much of this space here as open. I'm going to start with a smaller than what I want. Smaller than what I want. Because if I can make it bigger, but I can't make it smaller. So I'm going to start off with the gray. It's going to have a small peak here. And then it's going to come round like that. I'm going to color some of that in. And then I was thinking of it having like a little section there. Why? Because no rock is ever perfectly shaped. And because we know that when God asked for an altar, he always specified not to use rocks that were not cut by human hands. So we do not see, he does not ask for perfect rocks. He asks for the not by the hands that are not looking a little bit like an egg there, huh? Gonna make this stick out a little more. Maybe that's a little too sticky out-ish. So like I said, I can grow it. And then maybe it's too tall. Maybe I will hide some of its tallness with a rock right here. Now, notice, now you cannot see. So I'm gonna add some of that shadow. Look how nice that looks. Okay, so you're thinking, oh no, now you can't tell. That's okay. Here's gonna be another one because why not? I'm gonna have another one touching this one. And some of that regular gray, there's gonna be a smaller rock. It's not gonna be as big. And let's have a round one. I said I didn't want perfect rocks. We're gonna make this one slightly round. There we go. And then we can have a baby one right here. Yeah, I like that. A little baby rock. There we go. And because this area is looking a little weird, we're gonna add another one here. Like sad. How shall I draw this? Let's draw just touching or not touching. Okay, that looks good. Okay, now we're going to bring in, so big rock, lots of small rocks. I like it. Now we're going to bring in, make sure I have full coverage. Rocks don't have holes. Should not see any blue. No blue at all. Will you see some blue? On the first layer, yes. And then we are going to add some highlights because we're here. And we need some highlights. So, see, not light enough, but that's okay because we will have. So we're going to have a lot of highlight here. And here on the baby rock. Should name the baby rock. What shall we name our baby rock? Are they looking like rocks now? Yes, very much so. And here. Okay. And the baby rock, the junior rock, needs some highlight. And we're going to need some shadow on the junior rock. And of course, on this one. This one's a little odd. Has a little bit of an odd shape to it, because it's half a circle and then like a seed almost. So what we're going to do here is we're going to clean our brush off. We're going to get some of that dark, and we're going to take most of it off so that you can add, oh, still too much, some shadows to our rocks. Why am I doing this now? Because I need my rock to dry. And of course there's going to be a lot of shadow here. Okay. Lots of darkness here on the bottom and in between the rocks. That looks good. I'm liking it. Okay, and now we are going to, oh, I forgot the shadow on this one. That's okay. We can get to it now. I'm going to go in, layer some more gray, my medium gray. Okay, so what I was saying while I was rudely interrupted by the not recording is, why am I drawing a rock? Of course, we've all heard Cornerstone by Toby Mac. Awesome song. I heard it and I thought, I want to paint that. And then I was reading today. My Bible reading was 2 Samuel, a couple chapters in 2 Samuel. I finished it, and on chapter 22 of 2 Samuel, it's a praise song that David wrote. And one of the verses, a couple of verses mention God is our rock. God was David's rock. And so definitely gonna have to draw, a rock now. So here I am. I'm gonna draw some shadow over on this one. And to make this kind of pop a little, I'm gonna go in with the darker color. And then I kind of want, like, I don't know if this is gonna work. So far it looks good, but I kind of want like a curve here. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't want it to be a perfect rock, because like I said before, in the prior to the non-recording, when God asked for an altar, when before the tabernacle and all that, and he specified that the rock should not be, carved by human hands. They were the natural ones, the ones without perfections, the ones that were maybe had a crack, maybe had some discoloration. Those were the rocks that he wanted for his altar. I'm specifically thinking of when they crossed the Jordan River. Each tribe picked a rock to signify the crossing that they had just done. And God specifically asked for not perfect rocks. So I'm liking my rocks now. Not that one, not this one, not so much. What if I curved it this way? A little better. Maybe if I did it more of a whoop. Oh yeah, I like that much better. Okay, so I'm going to clean my brush, and I'm going to try to clean some of this gray. That's okay. See, it's because it's wet. That's what happens if you don't dry your background before you start. How's that? Oh, too curvy. That's too perfect. That's better. I think I like that better. Okay, I'm going to go dry this now. Do I like this? I think I need more shadow over here. Something's kind of missing. I think I'm gonna have to get rid of the curve. Maybe it's a little too... Oh, that's better. Oh, I like that so much better. Okay. So yeah, so to the curve, I'm gonna have to add some highlight. I'm gonna need more white. Okay, but to this white, I'm gonna add just the tiniest bit of the light gray. We're gonna go in here. We're gonna go in there. Yep, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Okay, some there, and on Baby George over here, Baby Rock. We didn't give Baby George any shadow. Gotta go and do that. Okay. Okay. Here, gotta go in. Okay, this was one of my easier paintings. That was pretty good. Okay, I'm going to pause the video. No, I'm gonna give this more shadow. Just want a little more shadow on the shadow. And I feel like that area needs a lot more shadow because it's right between the rocks. But we still need some of that green to pull through. Okay, and a little more shadow. Oh, that went where it wasn't supposed to go. Let's clean that up a little. Oh, green is coming up. Guess I didn't do such a good job of drying. Okay, we are going to drop a drop of green there, and we're going to look at that. Okay, there's that. I am now going to dry this. Be right back. Okay, it is not all the way dry, and that's okay. I'm going to bring in some of this lime green paint. I'm going to set it up right next to my green. And what I want to do with that is I want to get some grass going around here. So I'm going to get the thinnest bit, and I'm just going to go up like that, just randomly. You know, there's always lots of grass growing around rocks. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to bring in just some random little, some of them will be dark and some of them will be light and some of them will be longer. And maybe that's good. I'm going to bring in some over here. Not too dark. Bring in maybe a tall one here. Okay, I am going to grab some of my big brush. No, not my super duper one, but I'm going to bring in this one. It's just a flat square brush, and I'm going to go in just to give it some dimension. So some areas will have more and some will have less. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm going to mix a little of them both and kind of go in and dab, 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 just so that it looks a little like grass. and then go over it some more. Okay, so I'm liking that. So far, so good. Some areas got a little too light. Gonna cover that up with some dark green. Okay, I'm going to now, I don't like that this area doesn't have any highlight. I'm gonna come in here. Good. Okay, now I'm going to add some of this like texture stuff to the rock. So where's my, okay, so I'm going to grab my gray, my medium gray, and I'm going to go through and do all the rocks again, just to make sure that they are solid, a solid color. So, whoop, drop some, and that's okay. So we're going to go in there, cover all the spaces of our rock. Jesus is the rock. Okay, this one I'm just gonna go over right there. I don't like that area had a little bit of a space. So you say, oh no, where are the highlights? Don't worry, bringing them back. Bringing them back. Here we go. Bringing them back. Bringing them back. Baby rock. Now, I kinda wanted like a streak of light coming down. Is that too outrageous? Would that be weird? Okay, so this one we're gonna have to play around with because we're gonna have to come in with the dark and bring it in just a little bit. Okay, so I'm just about done here. It is a rock. Not a lot of detail goes into the rocks. So this one I feel needs a lot of dark right here. Good. Okay. I am liking it. I am going to bring a little bit there. Too much. But it didn't too much. Okay. I'm going to clean my brush. I'm just going to blend it in just a little, just so it's not perfect. Okay. I'm going to bring in some of the light. I'm going to bring it in like that. Lots of white on the first pass, but then when you bring it in the second time, you can kind of see the light no longer being too dark. I mean, too light, because it's heading over to shadow. There we go. Oh, I really like this. Okay, I'm going to give this one a little more shadow. You can see that. Not shadow, more light. My goodness. Okay, and I'm bringing this one in. And it's got to be darker over here. Because that part is not touching. Don't want a lot of darkness. There we go. I'm going to add a little more highlight here. I think I'm going to go straight with white. You know what? We're going to give it some texture. The way we're going to do that is I'm going to get a tiny brush, and I'm going to have to cover some of my sky. So I'm going to be using a piece of paper, and I'm going to be covering up my grass, and I'm going to be covering up my sky. And it's okay if it covers up some of the rock, but I definitely don't want any of the sky colored. Okay. So, we're going to go by bits. I think we're going to have to go by bits. And that is all. Oh. Okay, we're going to go like this. And we're going to go like this. This is the fun part. Okay, so you're going to grab, maybe I should use a toothbrush. Let me find my toothbrush. Handy dandy right here. So you're going to wet your brush. Just in a little bit of water. You're going to dry that. Okay. You're going to grab a little bit of the dark. And here goes nothing. You're gonna, no, not the grass. I said not the grass. I'm going to, okay. That is part of the rock. Okay, you can see I have painted my table. That's okay. I'm going to do a little bit over on this one. I'm going to have to be extra careful because there's not a lot of coverage on the white here. Okay. And then we're going to give, oh no! That's okay, that'll wash off. We're going to throw it in the dishwasher afterward. Okay. That right there. Ah, we missed some rocks. That's okay. We're going to get them now. Not the sky though. Okay. Now, some over here on the top. I'm going to need both paintings over here. There we go. Just here on the top. There we go. So you can see it kind of creates this sprinkled effect. That will, I gotta wash my hands. That will kind of just give it that slight rock feeling to it. So here we go. We're going to give it one last sweep for light. So with my tiniest point with a little bit of white, we're going to just come in here very gently and just gonna go, okay, just to give it that, hey, I'm facing the sun type situation. So I try to keep it even. Do my fingers help? No. Of course not. They want to shake. There we go. We got to put some on Baby George. Just a little bit there. Got to put some here. Okay. We're going to put some on this one. Fingers shaking. Okay. There. And just a little bit on the curve. Ta-da! Okay, so I am happy with this. I'm a lot happier. I do have this black dot there. I am going to, should I try to erase it? You know what? I have a tiny bit of blue here. I'm going to go in there and go doot, 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 doot. Gone. Okay. I'm going to grab, kind of looks like rain though now. A little dark. That's okay. I'm going to grab some of my dark gray. I'm going to write my name because I'm proud of the work I did. I'm going to write it there. Come on, paintbrush. CB. And it's 2024. That's a little too much paint. Okay, so now the verse I'm going to write is in 2 Samuel. So I'm going to put the water away before I drop it on the finished painting. My Bible verse of the day is in 2 Samuel 22, David's Song of Praise. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. Some versions have Savior. My God is my rock in whom I take refuge, my shield and the horn of my salvation. He is my stronghold, my refuge, and my Savior. From violent people you save me. So I like this, the first part of verse. I like all of it, but I can't fit it all on the page. So we're going to go with, my God is my rock in whom I take refuge. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. I think I'm going to go with that one. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. So the first thing I'm going to do is grab a pencil. Oh, I got some paint. That's okay. I'm going to move it over here. Okay, so I'm going to write my verse. Now, to write my verse, I'm going to have to write it in pencil first. And my video is getting a little blurry here. Let me figure out what's going on. Okay, it didn't like that I brought the Bible up so close to it. It's okay. It'll learn. It'll learn to love the Bible. So here we go. We're gonna start off with the Lord is my rock. So I'm gonna write Lord in very big letters. The Lord is my rock, comma, my fortress and my deliverer. The Lord is my rock. That's kind of the main thing I wanted to say, but we're going to write here, my fortress, where do we write and my deliverer. Yay, it all fit. We're going to write, where it's from is here. We're going to try to write that smaller. Now, reasons why I'm going to make this big and then this. That's okay. That's the way I want it. That's the way it's going to go. Here we go. Trying to find a nice Sharpie. We're going to start with this one, see how it goes. I like it. Okay. The Lord is my rock. Do we capitalize rock? They don't capitalize rock. The Bible does not capitalize rock, so I won't either. I'm trying to keep it same version exactly as the Bible has it, because it's not my job to change it. My fortress. I wish I could make and smaller. Oh, I can. I'm going to make it smaller. I'm going to fit it between these two lines. I'm going to use my extra tiny marker. And there we go. I'm going to scoot my over and my deliverer. Ta-da! Okay. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. This is 2 Samuel 22, verse 2. 2b, the second part, but you get it. Ta-da! Okay, I am done. The Lord is my rock, my fortress, and my deliverer. I love it. Don't worry, I will erase. I will go back and erase the pencil marks. Very easy to get rid of those pencil marks. And then that is it. I pray you have a blessed day. Have a good day. I'm just gonna pray for whoever buys this, whoever sees this video, sees this artwork, that they remember that they can always turn back to the Lord. The Lord is there for you. The Lord is your fortress, your deliverer, even when, no matter what life has thrown your way. God's there, and He's strong and mighty like a rock. Have a good day, everyone. Goodbye.